got to say right away, I am stunned by that outfit. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's not mine, thank you.
Yours.
No.
It's not the
I borrowed it
BBC's.
from Boy George. No, what happened was they lost my luggage coming over, and I had no clothes, no clothes. Luckily, I found this on a chair next to my husband's bed. So, you know, and it came with a garter belt and stockings and a little diaphragm. And isn't that
Really, how thoughtful of him. Last we met 4 years ago.
Yes.
You were the top comedy star in Las Vegas. Now you're the top comedy star in the whole of America. Now, that must rob you of something. I mean, you've got to travel, you've got to work harder. It robs you of the joys of being a homemaker and a housewife.
Oh, sure. I really miss that.
Yeah.
Every woman loves to cook and clean. I mean, you say, I can't wait to get up this morning and kill a roach. I mean, don't you hate house? I don't know about the women. I hate housework. Housework is boring and it is futile. You make the bed, you do the dishes. 6 months later, you got to start all over again. Even when we first got married, because his mother, may she rest in peace, soon, was if you know what I'm telling you, she was a great cook. See, and I pretend I can't read. If you can't read a recipe, you can't cook. So from the very start, I would open the cookbook and say, separate 2 eggs and put one on the chair, one on the floor. He once said to me, make a soup, and the recipe read, take a leak. That night he went, this smells funny. Never asked again.
No, never. Joan, as a superstar now, you can travel the world, you can do it first class. I mean,
thank God.
You could before, but to fly luxury, don't you love it?
Are you making a joke?
No, I'm serious. Don't you love it?
You flew me over. Your people flew me over.
BBC paid for the tickets.
Oh, BBC should be ashamed of themselves. The plane was called the Flying Titanic. I have never seen a plane like that. There was no ladies' room. I said, where is the ladies' room? They said, in London. I mean, I thought it was turbulence. The whole plane was sitting like this. It was just awful. And the stewardess was bitchy, as usual. That's a...
What do you mean, as usual, Joan?
Oh.
They're lovely girls. They're chosen because they're charming and
to men.
To men, yes.
To men. To every woman, again, because a man, they're all over you. You're good looking, and they're high, they're woo woo woo. I mean, you know, coffee, tea, or what you will. For a woman, it's for a woman. I mean, stewardess, my window's open, not my aisle. I mean, they couldn't hear I was in labor. This is a true story. I was in labor on a plane. I was going like, stewardess, the baby's coming. She said, cross your legs till Denver. I mean, they just got They're very competitive. I asked, where is my seat? She said, 4 inches below where it was last year. Which is true, but... My body is dropping so fast. My gynecologist wears a hard hat.
All right, I'll grant you, air stewardesses are very nice to men.
Yes, to men.
Nurses, now nurses are
worse.
Worse?
Worse to women.
They're compassionate? No.
Oh, Bob, you're a man. They're going to give you a rub down. Not one... Stewardess, men, it's a natural thing in life. Women are going to be nice to men, and men are going to be nice to women. I was in labor, while I was in labor, nurse the bedpan and hurry, here, catch. They apple pied my bed while I was in labor. And when my child was born, as a joke, they took a puppy, wrapped in a blanket, brought it in. Looks like you.
Wait, because I know your daughter. I know Melissa.
Yes, Melissa.
Melissa, I haven't seen her. Well, she must be 12.
Next week, 15.
Oh no.
15 years old, my daughter. Isn't that wild?
Oh.
15 years ago, in a week, I was in Lenox Hill Hospital in New York City, going, "Get this out of me!" But I had a terrible birth. I mean, first of all, I had a junior doctor, and they are very stupid. Because they're still learning.
When you had Melissa, you had a junior doctor.
Well, I came into the hospital very early in the morning, and that was the only one who was on duty. He was very nice, but he never told me to cut the cord. You know what I'm saying? My kid was 2 years old, following me everywhere. Go away! Go away! He saw the bars on the delivery room window. He kept screaming, "How will the stork get in?" I mean, it was just awful. And my water broke at home, and my dog drowned. It was awful. But see, wanted her, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, she's a love child.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I wanted to have a baby, and I was praying to have a baby, and I had. And that's the difference. She's a very happy child.
What's the difference?
Oh, well, I was not wanted. I mean, that's. I don't want to talk about it because I'm having a good time with this show.
Oh, you are? I'm glad, but I'm sorry you felt unwanted.
I was the ugliest child. It's a little town in New York. I was the ugliest child ever born in Larchmont, New York. They have a piggo born here. The doctor looked at me and slapped my mother. I mean, there was like no. The nurse screamed, "She's not done yet," and tried to push me back. Pictures of my mother going, "No, please." And that's why, you know, it ruins your whole life. I mean, when you're not wanted. I mean, all I ever heard. See, this is the tragedy, is people, and that's why people should be nice to children, whether it's ugly or not. I mean, all I ever heard growing up is, "Why can't you be like your cousin Sheila? Why can't you be like your cousin Sheila?" Sheila had died at birth. I know that.
Well, all right. If we believe
So I would
any of
lie
that.
down and go like that.
If we believe any of that, because you're a very, very glamorous lady.
Oh.
Well, no, I'm trying to get when
You're trying to be kind.
the transition happens. You're an ugly duckling. You turn into an adolescence, into a
An
beautiful.
ugly adolescent.
No.
Oh, Bob, please. Please, I know you 4 years. Don't be kind. You know what I mean? I was ugly as a child. I was ugly as a teenager, and I'm a puke now. That's why my sex life is so bad. My husband says he won't touch me on religious reasons. He's Jewish, and I'm a pig. It's hard. But my adolescence was not good. I mean, I never got bazooms. I was waiting for puberty, and I still am. I had no boobs, and that slows you down, because men, again, like opposites. You know, to this day, and I'm married now, thank God, 17 years, but when you have no boobs, you have no boobs. I mean, it hurt. I could go out to a party, a man would look down the front of your dress and compliment you on your shoes. In the summer, I take sugar and water and put it on my chest and pray for killer bees. Did you ever have a killer bee go, "You kidding?" I went to nurse my child. She sucked on my shoulder. We moved into the breast and she lost weight. I said, "Put her back on the shoulder." So that's what happens.
You're spelt is what you are. You are listen and
Listen, how
lie.
sweet.
Yes, it's cute. Yeah, you're petite. You wouldn't want to be built like I don't know, like a Dolly Parton.
Are you kidding? Oh, please. What do you like in a woman? The truth. Come on. Come on.
Really the truth?
Yes, really the truth.
Well, I look for something on her that I haven't got on me.
There's your answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. That's the end of my whole relationship with you. I was on a nude beach. They thought I was selling milk chocolates. There's like... There's the gay boy with the candy. But Dolly Parton... It's funny you mention, because she's my very good friend, which makes it funny, because we walk around together, and it's like, it's like before and after, and she's got bazooms, she can nurse Australia. I mean, it's like, she had 2 children, and she nursed them, and they exploded. That's why she's her first words to me ever was backstage at a television show, and which is why I always loved it. She said to me, "Excuse me, but are my shoes on?" She has never seen. She bends forward and goes right over, and she's like 98. Have you seen her in real life ever?
No.
It's unbelievable. I mean, really, in the Titanic, she would have lived. I mean, she would never. She's like 98, 12, 14 with these little stupid feet, because nothing grows in the shade. I mean, the strangest thing. And then Edgar.
Not all men.
Oh, please.
Edgar, your husband, didn't look for that. He was attracted to your
He was
slim
attracted to nothing. He's English, and he had to stay in the country. You're looking at his green card. I know. They said, "There's a desperate girl. She'll marry anybody to help them out." Hi, sailor. And there he was. No, my wedding night. Oh, because in those days, I don't know how the morals are over here, but in the States, There's a lot of sleeping around, a lot of sleeping around. And we did not sleep together. God knows I was willing. But he said, let's, he just wanted to become a citizen. He kept saying, let's just wait for the wedding night. My wedding night, he went into shock. I mean, when he saw it, no, he just said, let me help you with the buttons. And I said, I'm naked. And it was like, it was all, I don't want to talk, it was all, he wanted to make love with the lights on. I said, you shut that car door. I mean, my sex life is loud. I don't want to talk about it. I really had a good time up to now. Because I thought I had a normal sex life. I thought, once every year or so, it's nice, you get together. But, I read these magazines, like multiple orgasm is the big thing in the States now. Do they have it here?
Yeah.
I don't know if you have it, but, aren't you blessed? But,
it's in every woman's magazine, talks about multiple orgasms.
Suddenly, it's something else to worry about. I can't even get my toaster to pop up at the same time. It's like, I'll wait. I will achieve multiple orgasms the same day Stevie Wonder hits a hole-in-one. I mean, there is just... My sex life is just... there isn't... My sex life now consists of leaning up against the washing machine. That's it for me. He was washing again. Shut up, put on the spin cycle, give me a kiss. I have no sex. A peeping Tom looked in the window and pulled down the shade. And I try. See, I try. That's what's so sad. I try. I put mirrors up over the bed.
That works.
Yeah, now he shaves in bed.
You were very young. Were you young when you were married?
No, I was going to say 28, but then you can add. Yeah, I was glad to get married. And I got a nice man as a miracle. I would have gone out with anything. I was desperate. I was 28 years old. And in those days, again, it was a great stigma if you were single and 28.
Yeah.
My mother had to sign up, last girl before highway. I mean, she just was like, and the reason was, I wasn't anything. I wasn't gorgeous, I wasn't rich, I wasn't outstanding. I was just a girl. You know what I mean? See, if I could do it again with my daughter, thank goodness, and I don't know why, because my husband is nice looking, but he's no gorgeous thing either. But our daughter is very pretty, but I would fix her up ordinarily. I would change everything on her, because I think looks are very important for women.
Really?
Oh, much more than brains. I spit on brains. Education for a woman. I tell my daughter, don't bring me A's, bring me C's with a cup to match. Brilliance means beauty, and the interesting thing is, beautiful women are usually stupid, and men don't care.
Wait. You are saying that if they're good looking, they're stupid?
Yes.
But that can't be true.
Oh, please.
Showgirls.
Did you talk to them in Vegas? They're idiots. They're idiots! You want to get a showgirl nuts? Say to her, spell MGM backward. That'll take an hour. They sit there naked to the waist with just a G-string, and they go, I'm a private person. I mean, they're just idiots. Bo Derek.
That's a lovely woman. Surely there's an intelligence behind that lovely face.
Why bother? The woman studies for her blood test. The woman is I had her on The Tonight Show with me, which is a show I do. She turned down the role of Helen Keller. She could not remember the lines. I mean, the woman is... She saw a sign that said wet floor. She did. The woman is... She saw another sign that said keep off the grass. She went into cocaine. And the woman is... And it doesn't matter. Because she's beautiful. Doesn't matter.
You travel so much, Edgar must get very lonely.
He's so happy.
Is he really?
Yeah. No, he's never... I think he cheats.
You think he's unfaithful?
Oh, grow up. It's 17 years, It wasn't so hot in the beginning. So, I think he's having an affair with Elizabeth Taylor, as a matter of fact, because I find spaghetti stains all over his top. That and, I never knew whether or not he was unfaithful. I never really... And then as a joke, I got into a cab in Los Angeles, and I said, where can a girl get some action in this town? They took me right to his office. And that was so I thought I'd get him back. I pretended I was having an affair. And we're lying to him. Well, don't tit for tat, don't you think?
Yes.
Don't let him think he can play around and, Fat's all he's just going to sit home and wait. So I'm lying in bed, I'm pretending I'm talking in my sleep, and I'm going, no, Tim, it's not right. No, Tim, it's not right. Next morning, he left me a note. Tell Tim it's all right. So I'm looking for Tim.
Oh.
Is there a common name here?
Yeah.
Maybe I got a shot.
This doesn't affect Melissa, I hope.
Well, no, she's just starting with boys. And that's very hard. Do you have children?
Yeah, I think.
Young, still young?
No,
Or
grown.
Well, she's 15, and they come to you with questions. What should I do when a boy gets fresh? I said, send him to me.
You have to advise her on,
Contraception.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
It's a very delicate subject.
See, my mother never told me the facts of life.
What about contraception?
Nothing. My wedding night, she said, bring along something black and sexy. I took Diana Ross. We're sitting on the edge of the bed going, now what? Puff, puff, sing. But all she told me was, man gets on top, woman gets on the bottom. I bought bunk beds. And contraception is yeah, we have to be careful. You have to. There's a pill. There's the. You know what they're using now in the States? Super glue. Do you have super glue?
Yeah.
Fat, a little dab on each knee, and that's it. You can send your kid to a prison ward. Nothing's gonna happen. Go enjoy yourself. Have a nice day. But the sponge. Have you used the sponge?
The sponge, yes, is known. It's kind of old-fashioned.
Oh no! It's a brand new sponge out in California. I swear. Like 4 weeks ago, they sent me a whole box of. They're fabulous, a little hard to swallow, but you'll never drown. See, I was coiled. I was coiled. Do you have that here?
Well, we have.
Yeah. But I gave up my coil because I was picking up Radio Free Europe. You'd be at your daughter's school and you'd hear, breaker, breaker, and it's coming from your pants. And every time I crossed my knee, the garage door would open. My best form of birth control pill is just to stand there naked in the daylight.
You have walked out in front of the toughest audiences in the world. And I think that's the bravest thing that any performer does in show business. A stand-up comedian, and a lady who is a stand-up comedian, to walk out in front of a crowd, would you agree with me? That is the single bravest thing that any woman can do.
No. No, there's one braver. One, I want a little bit braver. That's to go to the gynecologist. Which is the worst? Is that the worst? Is that the worst? Men don't know. Men do not know. The first thing they say is relax. Relax, relax. You're not relaxed. I can't get my hand up. Of course I'm not relaxed. My feet are on each side of the table. My knees are in my face, and the door is open facing me. There's always a guy in the waiting room you went to school with. And my guy, see, the minute they find out you're a comedian, they do jokes. My gynecologist, there's jokes. Dr. Schwartz at your cervix. It's like a whole routine. I'm dilated to meet you. It's like a whole routine. Nurse Kelly, come here, I want to see cobwebs. There's Lord Lucan.
Joan, I want to thank you very much for being a fantastic guest.
I am so thrilled. I am such a fan of yours for 4 years. I'm so thrilled to be working with you. You have no idea.
It's a double thrill. Ladies and gentlemen, Joan Rivers.
Thank you so much.
Told you to broaden your mind, didn't I, folks?